Hey guys, I got a different sort of video here for you today. Alright, so, uh, continuing from the last video, you know, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind hype. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave a link down in the description. But I figured, what's a better way to get hyped for an MMO than to talk about one of my favorite MMOs, which is World of Warcraft. The topic for this video will be that I will help you, decide what class you think you should make. As of the most recent patch 7.1.5, you know, there's been a bunch of class buffs, class nerfs, stuff like that. But if you're new to the game, or you're one of those people who just rolls with whatever class seems to be the best, then I figured we could just go through the different classes and decide which one you like best. I guess races could also be a part of this as well. As you can see here, I've already got full character slots in that, so for now I'll just go to Proudmoore. We're going to try and create a new class just to try to see what class appears to be the best and what class appears to be the worst. First off, we'll start with races, okay? Depends if you want the Alliance or the Horde. It's not really a major difference if you're just looking for a casual play, you know, just pick whatever you feel comfortable with. Obviously each race can only use specific classes and stuff like that, but if you want to become a, I guess you could say, semi-hardcore player, or you actually focus on the statistics in the game, then you're going to try and want to pair your class with the perfect race. So obviously, as you see here with humans, you got increased haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility. Those are stats. For that, you can pick pretty much anybody. The increased secondary stats here are beneficial to every single class, basically. Let's pick one that's not. Okay, let's just see for a gnome, right? If you're an increased resource pool and they attack faster. So for a gnome, I'd probably pick a spellcaster. Just for the fact that they'd have increased mana, they can get spells off faster, and yeah. But then again, it also comes down to what class you actually feel like playing. So I guess that's probably what you should decide first. If you just feel like, if you're used to playing games where, you know, you enjoy getting up close, getting personal with people, why is he bold? That's gross. If you enjoy just getting up close with people, you know, we have Warrior, which is, you can pick either Arms, which is just a generic two-handed attack class. You can pick Fury, which is, you can wield two-handed weapons. It's pretty fast-paced, great for controlling adds, stuff like that. And there's the tank class as well, which is used for controlling adds, you know, getting on top of the fight. Paladin, they've got a damage, a healing, and a tank spec. If you ever want to play around with any of those, I'd probably go with Paladin if you're newer to things, just because you can play around with every spec, get a hang of everything. What else? Rogue. Rogue is obviously sticks to the shadows. You know, it does a ton of damage. And yeah, if you like playing stealthy characters, that's probably the way to go. Let's go. Monk is I guess it's the light version of a rogue, you could call it. You know, they get up close, they move fast, have a bunch of great ad control abilities. If you're not into stealth but you like moving fast like a rogue, then Monk would probably be the way to go. Druid. Druids, as well as Paladins, may also be the go-to class because they have so many specs. They've got 4 specs altogether when usually there's 3, or for the Demon Hunter there's 2. So for Druid, you know, they have Bear form, which is the tank. They've got Cat form, which is one of the DPS. They have a healing form, which is obviously healing spec, and then they have another DPS spec, which is ranged. So with the Druid, you have like a wide variability. Let's stick with variability. That sounds correct. Death Knights, you probably shouldn't touch until you've had some experience with the game. So it says he starts at level 55. You know, like once you have experience with one character, maybe try Death Knight. But otherwise, leave a Demon Hunter or a Death Knight to last. They're called hero classes for a reason. You know, they start off high levels. They've got their own sort of campaign and spells and everything to learn. But yeah, if you're not into close melee, then maybe go for a range class. You know, we have the Hunter. Actually, excuse me, there is a close melee spec for the Hunter, which is Survival. which is you have a melee weapon, you're getting close with your pet, you lay traps and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But let's just stick to the range specs for now. So Hunter, you know, everybody knows what a Hunter is in different games. You have a pet, sit at a distance with a bow, crossbow, gun, whatever, and you slowly take out your enemies before they can try and get close to you. Pretty simple class. I'd say overall Hunter's usually the easiest. Most of the players on WoW Hunters just because it's a simple, easy class to play and it's fun. You know, you get to tame cool pets, get cool weapons, stuff like that. Priest. Priest is, I guess you could play a Priest. They only have one DPS spec, which is Shadow, which is pretty cool. It's a different, but then they have 2 healing specs. So if anything, I'd say if you're into healing, like a healing DPS combo, then, you know, go ahead, go for both. But, like, go for a Priest, you know, you can have the best of both worlds. But if not, I'd say if you want to play a ranged, tend to stick away from a Priest, just because they're more or less known for healing. What else we got? Shaman. Okay, Shaman also has a melee spec. Personally, I don't think it's as good as the ranged spec. But, you know, people beg to differ, you know, but I digress that it's not as good. So they're close spec, you get 2 melee weapons, you get it close, you can summon like spirit animals, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They're range spec, you summon totems, you know, like traditional shaman style, you have spells, sit at a distance, you got healing spells just in case. It's pretty good if you want to, if it's got a lot of survivability to it, you know, if you just want to do some straight up damage and then heal yourself over time, it's good. They've also got a healing spec, the healing's pretty nice, it's pretty decent, it's great. Then we have the Mage. No, Mage is pretty straightforward. You have Fire, Arcane, and Frost as their specs. So, basically right now, for the hardcore players, Fire is the strongest spec. Overall, it's got great AoE, a single target, the cleave's not bad. But if you just want to play casually, you know, any spec is good. It just depends what you feel like doing. Do you feel like being a Master of Fire, Master of Frost, Master of Arcane? It's completely up to you. Warlock. What class can... Let's just go for Warden. Warlock. Warlocks are similar to mages. I guess you could call them just dark mages. They've got also 3 DPS spells. What do they got? Demonology, so you summon demons. They've got Destruction, focus on like massive destruction spells, big cooldown, stuff like that. And they've got Affliction as well, which is they focus on damage over time effects. And it's the same as a mage. You know, hardcore players, it depends what kind of role you're feeling. If you want to go raid, I'd probably go Affliction just to take down and focus on ads, maybe Mythic Plus. If you want to level, maybe just go Demonology. It's easy to summon a demon to tank everything for you. Destruction's the best of both worlds. It's got balanced everything, but as usual, as I said, if you're a casual player, just go ahead and pick whatever you feel like playing, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much all the classes. I'm pretty sure I got all the classes. Yeah, I guess I'll go into the Death Knight and stuff as well. Let's just go here. Death Knights have 2 DPS specs. One's a dual wielder, one's a 2-hander, and they have a tank spec as well. I guess for a hardcore player, you'd obviously have no trouble adjusting if you played many MMOs before. It's not a difficult class, but yeah. If you're new to the game, I'd recommend staying away from a Death Knight, as I said, just in case. Demon Hunter, I can't pick on this realm because I haven't got a level 70 yet. But Demon Hunters can only be Night Elves or Blood Elves just because of lore reasons. They have only 2 specs, which is strange. They have a DPS spec and a tank spec. They're really agile. They're like a... I guess you could call it a cross between a monk and a rogue, I guess. You know, they're agile, they move fast, got 2 weapons each, and then... yeah. Let's just go through my characters just as reference. For Druid, I picked a Warden. I'll show you why. Wardens, they can periodically move quickly. It's good for moving around in raids and stuff like that. Critical chance increase, that's good for getting off extra spell damage, extra casting damage, extra, you know, melee damage. Resistant to nature and shadow damage, that's good against spellcasters. And then skinning skill and speed increased, you know, that's just based on professions and stuff like that. Professions aren't that important compared to the rest of the basic stats you can get. And then I'll go through one more. Let's just go for the mage. I picked a Draenei. I don't know why I picked a Draenei, to be honest. Okay, they've got increased agility, which is good. It's like a primary stat for mages. They've also got a healing spell as a Draenei, so like, you know, as a mage they really have healing spells. so I can heal myself and get a quick cast off. Also resistance to shadow damage, which is good against other spellcasters. And yeah, basically just like that. We'll just quickly go through one now, just as an example. You know, let's just say, you're feeling like playing a paladin. Easy mode, go human. Dwarf is also decent for paladin, it's okay. I'd say more or less for a dwarf, go warrior, but I digress. Paladin, Draenei. Draenei's good, has got increased strength, so it's not half bad. But yeah, overall, let's just say go human. It's easy mode, you got increased haste, critical strike, it's good for spells, it's good for whatever spec you choose to play. It's really variable. Humans are generic, you know, they always look nice in different armors and stuff like that. Like, they always look good because they're human. They can break out of stun effects, which can be really useful for mythic dungeons, raids, stuff like that. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, I guess. And yeah, if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe, I don't really care. If you enjoy it, then you can do it. If not, then thanks for watching the video anyway. Anyway guys, I'll see you with the next video. See ya.